Go for it.
With the first pick in the worldwide podcast draft, Apple Podcasts select Joe Code Podcast with Joe Marrese. All right. Thank you, everybody. It's great to be number one. Welcome to Joe Code Podcast. This is Joe Marrese, your host. It will be me today. And just me, no guests today. A little NFL draft style opening there in the spirit of today being, we are recording Thursday, April 27th, which is the start of the NFL draft. Will I watch it? I mean, I want to check out who the Bears pick. You know, I want to see. I got some friends going to watch it, but yeah, I've got work later. But Bears pick number 9, I would like to see that. That's always fun, but I'm not going to watch much more than that. It's not, you know, some people do these watch things. It's like I'm not getting drafted. I don't need to do a full-on watch party. You know what I'm saying here? We're not in it.
You're not sitting by the phone?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be waiting by the phone.
With
no texts coming in.
A variety of hats.
Yeah, yeah. Got all my different hats ready to throw on. But yeah, it's exciting. I mean, good for these guys. NFL draft. I mean, let's talk a little sports here. You know, why not?
Oh yeah.
I mean, guys to go pro. It's really amazing in football. Like, football is such a grueling sport. And I think back, remember telling Saul when he was on, I really did play every year from age 7 through 17. That's a lot. That's like, I think I had a concussion along the way, broken arm along the way. But other than that, not too many bad injuries, but it just... Playing football is exhausting. And then it's funny when you're a kid and you think like, oh yeah, it'd be fun to like go pro at this or whatever, you know, be like amazing. But then like high school, you start to get that wake up call of like, oh, there's some guys that are humongous. Like, who is this beast across from me? Where did this guy come from? You know, like me, I was all of 5'9", like 150, maybe 160 in high school. So it's like you line up across these guys that are like 6'2", 6'3". I mean, some linemen are like 6'6", 6'7". It's like, okay, so those are the guys that go pro. Okay, I see how that works. Some people are big. It's like growing up, no one's really like, there's a couple tall kids here and there, but then like once you get to high school, you start to see people being muscular, getting built, and you're like, all right, this is gonna be it for me. So yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, football was fun for a while, you know. Aaron, did you play or no?
No. I went to a couple freshman workouts, and they wanted to make me a center, and I was like, nope.
Why not?
Because I have good hands, and I have a little speed. I want to be a tight end.
Yeah, it's... well, that's the thing. Yeah, if you don't play the position you want... Well, that was the thing with me, and it was like, it's interesting because I don't think I've really talked, well, I haven't talked about this on the air, and I've talked about it with some people, but like, I'm trying to think back because it's hard to remember how you felt in the moment, but I remember going into my senior year football season, like in that summer leading up to it, I remember not really wanting to play. I remember feeling like I'm trying to remember if this was before or after I broke, but I think for whatever reason I could recall this feeling in that summer, like after like training camp, of being like, I don't really want to do this. Like I just want to enjoy my senior year of high school and not do all this rigorous. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I kind of lost the fire. Oh. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, and now I'm
very Varsity Blues of you.
Yeah. Well, it was also weird too, because I remember like a week or two before the season started, I got really sick. I ran this really high fever. I had some kind of bad virus for like almost a week. And like it took me a bit to recover to where I couldn't even start like the first game. It took me a bit to get my strength back.
The season does correspond with flu season.
Yeah, I mean, but this was like mid-August. Yeah, it was straight. Yeah, it was weird. I remember like having to like sit in ice baths to get because I was running like a high fever. I don't know what happened. And then also I remember our family went on vacation like in the summer at one point, probably in July. And I remember the coaches would be like, "Yeah, you really shouldn't go on vacation." Like, they like question your dedication. It's like, okay, man. Yeah, I remember that was like frowned upon. And
yeah, I'm not exactly in charge of the plans, guys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was back when my mom was still, she was around and running things. It's like if we want to go on vacation, I think we went to Florida or something. But yeah, and the other thing was, it's like at a certain point, because I was one of the team captains also, so you kind of feel obliged. I was like, nah, I can't not play. Everyone will get, I'll never hear the end of it from everybody. I'll never hear the end of it. But, because the thing was, my junior year wound up being a lot of fun, because I wound up starting at quarterback a lot of the games, due to our starter being injured. But then he and I were the same age. We were both juniors. So senior year, he was healthy again. And they moved me to cornerback on defense, which was fine. But I don't know. I kind of was getting used to offense. Most of my career, I played offense. Freshman year, I was B team quarterback. Sophomore year, I played safety, so I did play defense. But junior year, played offense again. So I was kind of an offensive guy. I was like fine with playing defense, but then lo and behold, got injured. End of career, game 3, shattered forearms, surgical scar here. Here it is. So,
let's see it on that.
But it's like when you're out on the field.
Oh yeah. No.
I think go this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see a little bit there.
Yeah.
It's in pretty good shape. I mean, this arm's strong. I have this metal here, but yeah, that that brings me to like feeling whether or not, like, did I have the fire to play or did I play out of obligation? Because that was the only time I feel like I felt that way. Which brings me, see, I say all this to tie this in to what I'm about to go into next. Taking us to present day. Aaron, you sent me an email regarding the next softball season. I have not responded to it yet.
Yeah.
I feel like I lost the fire to play.
God damn it.
I mean, part of me wants to play. Well, here's the thing, like, going back to, like, football, like, back then. I was like, okay, once I'm out there, it was like, okay, yeah, I want to play. But it was like, did I really want to? And now it's like with softball, I'm really comfortable in the routine that I have. I'm working out hard like 5 times a day, running, hiking, look at the sun that I'm getting.
Yeah.
Who could question the tan that's happening here? It's really just, it's astounding. I'm looking well. Feeling healthy, working a lot, finally making some money, saving some money. And yeah, man, I don't know. I know we have 1 week to go before the next season starts, but right now I'm leaning towards not wanting to do it. And I hate to say that on air. I haven't told you this off camera.
No.
But it's more fun to
spring some shit.
Yeah. See how people react on camera. So, I don't know, man. I'm like, and then it's also a hassle because I don't have a car. So it's like I would always have to rely on someone to pick me up, and nobody on the team really lives around where I live. So, that's another thing.
Certainly an issue, yeah.
Maybe it'd be different if I had a car. But we'll discuss that more later. So you guys are in the playoffs still. Let's talk about that.
Yes. We are in the semifinals tonight.
Okay, good. Yeah. How did the first game you guys won by how much?
First game was nuts. We were the home team. So they were up first. They batted first 2 batters, quick outs. Felt good. Felt great. Next guy, base hit. Next guy, weak ground ball between first and second. Mike picks it up at first, throws over to second, because that's where his momentum was taking him.
Yeah.
The umpire calls the guy safe. We're all kind of like, what? The guy's safe? What? And he said Rosie wasn't on the bag, which he was like, yeah, I wasn't on the bag. Next thing we know, we hear the runner go, I broke it. My ankle's broken.
Oh, gosh.
And I looked down, and his foot should be pointing straight up, and it's pointing about, what is that, 4 o'clock?
Oh, this is in the first inning?
First inning.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Poor guy named Tanner.
His name's Tanner?
Tanner. I think he works at a hospital, so he's familiar with the healthcare system.
Oh, well, easy access.
Now he's a piece of it. Now he's a part of it. He had to call an ambulance, have them come out.
Aaron, I just have to say, this isn't a good way to try and convince me to play this season.
I know.
By telling me a guy's ankle was
well, he slid late.
To the
he admitted
horizon.
He admitted he slid too late. The bags should be breakaway, but they're not.
Oh, yeah.
But if you slide late, that's the risk you run too. I don't slide at all, so that wouldn't happen to me.
Were people able to help him off, or just an ambulance?
We just kept him where he was. He was incredibly calm, considering how nasty it looked.
Jeez, yeah.
He never
probably in shock.
I would have been wailing the entire time.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have heard the ambulance coming. But he was incredibly calm and just, zen about it, and we just kept him there. Mike and Rosie were on top of him, helping him as soon as they needed. They cut the shoe off.
Wow.
In the meantime, but then the ambulance came and they took him out on a stretcher, and so we lost. It was about 15 minutes there, and then they were like, yeah, we do want to play. And they had to play with 9 the rest of the way.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So we put up a bunch of runs early on. We put up like 10-1. I think it was 10-1 after 3 innings. And but then we kind of felt bad. Like even Vertrees, that maniac, he scores from like first base on a play where only he would send himself from third to home.
Sure.
Like the ball got loose for a second and he made it. He got home and slid and made it. And even everyone in the field was like, was that shitty because they're only playing with 9? And we're up by 10 already. And but then they started coming back.
Well, yeah. See, yeah, you can't. If it's early on, that's fine. Yeah, that's the thing. If it's late, maybe don't do that. If it's like the 6th inning. But
Yeah, it was still pretty early.
yeah, if it's early, that's fine. Because what did the final lineup being?
We won 15-14. The tying run was on third.
15-14?
Yes.
And you guys are all worried about rubbing it in. Nice going.
Yeah. I mean, it put a pall over the rest of the game, seeing a guy hurt that bad.
Yeah, that's
and we didn't think they were going to want to play, and the fact they were shorthanded was,
Yeah, and then they took advantage of your sympathy.
Seemed like it. We just, we're just popping the ball up like idiots, and
All right, well, it's good you guys got the win, and good luck in the semis tonight.
And championship if we win that
Hopefully
one.
you guys can win the championship.
Yeah, it all happened tonight.
Yeah, it's all tonight.
Yeah.
All right, good luck. All right, let's jump into This Sucks for this week. And This Sucks is I forgot to promote my San Diego shows with Chad and JT. This weekend coming up, which has already passed, April 28 and 29, I'm doing the Mic Drop Comedy Club with Chad, JT, and Strider, and I forgot to talk about it on the last podcast to promote it. I'm a professional. I'm supposed to promote what I'm doing as far as comedy shows go, and I just forgot to do it. So these shows will have already passed when you listen to this podcast. So hopefully you saw it on Chad, JT, or Strider's social media. They've been posting about it, and well, I did too. I've posted stories about it, but I wish I would have mentioned it on the podcast. That would have been the proper thing to do. So forgot to do that. Still hoping to actually make it to San Diego because I don't have a ride yet. I asked those clowns for a ride. Strider can't because he's going to be driving down with his fiance and then I think his mom, and he's got like a whole thing going on. And then didn't hear from Chad and JT regarding a ride, and then Chad hits me up saying, "Hey Joe, why don't you hit up the camera guy Jake? He lives by you and your hog." So they're pawning me off on the camera guy. What are we gonna ride down and talk about lenses and different lighting and camera angles and all that stuff? I don't know, Jake. No, Jake's a good guy, but yeah, I'll see if I can get a ride. Yeah, because otherwise,
Take the train.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought about it. I'm not.
Wait, where's the show at?
Because the shows are like north. Here, Aaron, take me back to the main camera.
Yeah.
The shows are at the Mic Drop, which is north. It's up by...
Is it an Escondido?
It's north of the city.
No, that's the
No,
Grand.
it's still San Diego, but it's like by... I got it right here on the phone. I don't think it'll be near...
Yeah, because the train goes downtown.
Yeah, it's near like Claremont
Oh, okay.
and Kearny Mesa.
Yeah, Kearny Mesa, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little north.
Go to Super Sergio's while you're there. Get a California burrito.
Super Sergio's.
Yeah, just a little shout out.
Oh, I like that name. Shout out Super Sergio's. Well, yeah, hopefully I can get a ride with Jake. I mean, I don't know what these guys... I mean, what do they expect me to do? No response on the ride. They know I don't have a car.
Yeah.
Get me down there. It's all right. Hopefully Jake responds. Otherwise, I'm not going to go. It's easier flying somewhere because I don't have to worry about getting a ride.
Yeah.
But hopefully Jake comes through for me. I want to do these shows. And, all right. Well, anyways, that should be fun. And hopefully I saw some of you there. So that would, be nice to see you guys in San Diego. All right, let's do, what do we got? All right, let's talk a little bit about. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of different notes here. Where do I want to go? Yeah, that's up to me. I'm the one running it here, so I have to make the decision.
It's kind of your show.
It's kind of how that works.
Yeah.
All right. I'll say this. It's funny performing sometimes at the Comedy Store. You guys know that I work over there, because sometimes when you are working a room, you also will be performing in that same room. So you'll be seating a room full of people, and then so you're interacting with them already, and then you're taking in their seats, and then a few minutes later you might be performing in front of them. That's a thing that happens over there. Some nights you'll be working in one room, but you're performing in another room, or some nights you're not working, you're just performing. But there are nights, and it happens to me a lot, where you're working the room and also performing in that room. And a lot of the workers, they feel like weird about that. It's kind of an interesting thing, and we'll be wearing our uniform, and then sometimes guys will put on like a sweatshirt to like kind of disguise themselves. Like, I don't know who they think they're fooling. It's almost cartoonish. It's like when a cartoon character puts on like a disguise that doesn't work. It's like these people already saw you. So who cares? You know, just do your. I never. If I'm working, I'm always just and also performing. I'm always just wearing what I got on. It's like I got my work clothes on. Fine. I'm performing in the work clothes. It's not. To me, I don't think that takes away from the set. I think trying to disguise yourself would almost take away more, because then those people are going to think like, because if you are trying, they're going to be, wait, how do I recognize this guy? Where did I see him? And then they're spending a few minutes trying to figure out that you were the one that frickin' brought them to their seats. So just be that guy. And that's going to be my joke code for this week. And it's going to be, just be proud of who you are. Okay, you work there. And you're going to perform, okay, just do both. You're working, you're performing. You don't have to disguise it. Just you're that person. They're going to think people think it's cool that you work there. So just go up, do your time, and then get back to work. You don't have to be like, I'm working like there's guys that are like, they don't even want to be in that room. Sometimes they'll try to get out of working at the beginning because they're like, I'm going to go up in a few minutes. The people already saw me. Bullshit. Just do your time. Just be proud that you work there. So, geez, man, get over it. But yeah, I mentioned I'm doing a lot of working out, and there's been this guy at the park the last couple times I've gone. He's like selling coffee from he's like sitting on the park bench, and he's like trying to sell coffee. He's got like the canisters of beans off to the side, and then he's got like a big tank of water, and he's like asking like, hey, do you want this blah blah coffee? I don't even know what he's saying, but I'm not buying anything from a guy that's sitting on a park bench. He looks weird. He's just sitting there. The stuff's like off to the side because there's like signs saying, hey, no vending allowed. So he's got it like behind the gate, and so he's just sitting on the bench alone and just offering coffee to people. It's like, I'm not going to buy anything from a guy on a park bench. I don't care if a guy's like, hey, I got a bag of gold. If you're sitting on a park bench, I don't want it.
Yeah.
You know, something about the park bench pitch that I'm not I'm not buying it, Forrest Gump.
Yeah. If you don't have at least a 2-wheeled cart, nah.
Yeah, I need a cart. Yeah, I need some kind of professional. Not your stuff on the ground behind the gate. Okay. And then also, I don't know what you're saying, and he's saying some kind of coffee, and I don't ever understand the words that are coming out of his mouth, which gives me more good reason to dump coffee into the no, not dump coffee, but to be more convinced in my pick of the upset of hot chocolate over coffee, which I'm taking flack from. A lot of people coming after me. You know, people just...
There's a reason it's called an upset, guys.
They're beside themselves.
It's an upset.
I mean, guys, we've
it's upsetting.
seen... Huh?
It's an upset. It's an upset because it's upsetting.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, people are upset. And, you know, we've seen 16s beat 1s.
Yeah.
Didn't Purdue lose in the tournament this year? They were a 1 seed, and they lost to a 16, I believe.
Yeah.
15s beat 2s quite often. Yeah, it happens. And as I said, water, they're not safe here. That's why they play the games.
Yep.
Okay? I had a friend ask me last night at dinner or after a late night meal. He's like, "Yeah, how did coffee?" Yeah, because I didn't show up that day. That's how coffee lost. Yeah, we were eating at Mel's, which, by the way, I got a Caesar salad, and it was great, except there was no... They advertised in the description shaved Parmesan. There was no shaved Parmesan. Key aspect of the Caesar salad, as my pal Bobby Berger would attest to. I mean, we need the shaved Parmesan on our Caesars. And it just wasn't there. I was like, oh, maybe it's mixed in the dressing. No, it isn't. It wasn't there. And didn't see the waiter, too hungry to wait to ask, so just ate it. Could have used it. Could have used grated Parmesan. Could have used sliced Parmesan. Parmesan in any fashion would have done. I needed, would have been nice to have it. Didn't have it. Oh well, let's get them next time. But Mel's is one of my spots, so I know that they will. I know that they will be better next time. And also, by the way, I haven't seen an update from Will on the bracket for the non-alcoholic drinks, which, I mean, I have it written down here anyway. But hey, Will, what am I not paying you to do? Okay, Will, if you want to continue to not get paid at this job that you're doing, continue to not keep us updated. All right, Will, I know that no one is telling you to do this, and, you know, but you got to be a professional here. So keep it up, Will, and you'll keep not getting paid for this thing that you're doing out of the kindness of your heart and for the fun and just for the love of the game, really. Because, Will, we appreciate it and we have a lot of fun with it. You know, people are writing in, people are furious, they can't believe it. They're questioning me still drinking lattes, which is espresso and steamed milk, not coffee. I mean, it's in the family, but it isn't coffee. It's a whole different thing. So there. All right, we got a bunch of new emails and then a lot of comments. We'll tackle the drinks, and we'll address the, people being upset, people questioning. There was an email I got about guys questioning if cinnamon rolls and hot chocolate are on performance enhancing drugs, which is possible because we don't have a testing system in place. So we'll have to go to the union here and maybe get that put in order. So we'll see. All right, this sucks, Joe Code. All right, let's do it. This is great. Now, This is Great is a little restaurant in my neighborhood that I've been going to. Got some great pizza, great burger. A little place called Pace Joint.
Huh.
Yeah, they call it. It's Pace, but I was told it's Pace, which they have a restaurant. And then this is the little, they have like a fancy sit-down restaurant. This is the more casual. They do carry out. They do some dining in. But the food is fantastic. And it's right by me. Pizza's great. It's like Neapolitan style. Super thin, light pizza. Burger was great. They put the burger on this awesome ciabatta bread. What you thinking, mate? Burger on ciabatta? I don't know. Come on, Joe. That's not a burger thing. Well, they do it right. If the bread is right, and it is, and the meat's great, but yeah, that ciabatta is perfect with that burger. I mean, ciabatta with a burger, you don't see it often.
Nope.
I don't know how often I would do it personally, but it was great, and it's great. Pace Joint. Look forward to more. I look forward to more of your menu. I will be at home studying it, seeing what I want to get next. And I think that's important.
Jack in the Box went to a ciabatta at one point.
They did?
Yeah, they did.
No.
Like the mid 2000s.
For everything?
No,
or it was just an offer.
Yeah, you could get it.
Like how Wendy's does the pretzel bun.
Yeah, most places do sourdough now as an option.
Yeah, sour. I'm big on the pretzel bun, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh man, because I'll get that at Bristol Farms a lot. This Nashville turkey sandwich that they do on the pretzel roll. Whew, boy, do I like that. Just got a nice. It just hits you just right. All right, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Yeah, just leaning towards not playing softball. I mean, I would like to, but I just I'm in a good groove of things with performing and working, and it just I'm liking the way things are going. But yeah, we'll see. I shouldn't say that. We'll see, but I don't know. I mean, I could have an epiphany. Maybe I'll have a dream, and I'll be like, maybe it'll be like in what was it, The Sandlot? Maybe Babe Ruth will come to me.
Yeah.
And and he'll convince me. So we'll see.
Legends never die.
Yeah. All right, everyone. So
heroes come and go. Legends never die. That's
That's a great saying. I love that. All right, here we go. Let's do these emails. We got some hot ones coming in.
Oh boy.
Everyone, you could email me at joecodepodcast@gmail.com. Love to hear from you guys. I really enjoy reading these and, addressing them on here. We got a lot of great people with good senses of humor that write in, and it's a good time. So thanks a lot, and keep them coming. Also, guys, don't forget you could book me on Cameo for a fun little video. Love to do a little cameo. And then you could join the Patreon if you want to support Joe Code Podcast. It's just $2 a month at patreon.com/JoeCodePodcast for a little support. And all right, so here we go. Michael. All right, from Jeff. Smelly coworker. Ooh.
Oof.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. I have a coworker that I am sometimes paired to work with that's really stinky. He's even acknowledged that he smells bad and that he rarely brushes his teeth or showers. Come on, what a scumbag.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I mean, I'm glad that he's a self-aware scumbag. It's really hard to breathe around him. Wow. And I'm looking for a friendly way to suggest he should clean himself up. My other coworkers have reported his stinkiness to my managers, but they won't do anything about it. Any advice helps. Thanks. I mean, I wonder what job this is. I wonder where you guys work. It's sounding more of like a blue collar type of thing, because I feel like if you were in an office, they would say something. Well, here's the thing. He acknowledges it, so he knows that it's an issue. So you wouldn't offend him by bringing it up to him, because he knows that he knows it's a thing. So I would just say, yeah, by the way, it's kind of like you're making the rest of us sick. You're a disgusting human. I don't know. People have a really hard time with stuff like that, like telling someone they have bad breath or telling someone they smell. It's almost like just a thing where you avoid it. People have always had a time. It's always been a thing where people have a hard time doing that. Telling someone about personal hygiene. Right, Aaron?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's just like it's like, for whatever reason, it's like a faux pas, but even though they're the idiot.
Yeah, they should. That's an HR situation, because then it kind of keeps you out of it.
Yeah. If you have, hopefully you have an HR. Tell them they could clear it up. Yeah, because it's just like HR could basically probably say, "Hey, this is
there are grooming standards."
Yeah, and this is an environment where you're around everybody, and you have to be conscious of your fellow workers.
Yeah.
And this is a professional place, and there's certain standards here that actually it comes into common courtesy territory.
Yeah.
So just have common courtesy for your fellow human being. You slime bag. And then throw that at the end. Tell him, hey, you're a slime bag.
I used to have to share an edit bay with a coworker who I love the guy. He was a great dude. We talked baseball all the time.
You had to share a what?
Like an edit bay.
Oh,
like
okay.
Smaller, probably half the size of this studio.
Like a cubicle?
No, it was an edit bay. It had padded walls like this and everything. And it was dark. But, man, he would just rip farts all day long. And it was just like, God damn it. Like, and he's had hearing aids in. He was very deaf.
Oh,
so I
wow.
bet he thought nobody could hear him because he couldn't hear himself.
Yeah, maybe he thought they were silenced.
But they weren't. It wasn't a matter of silence. It was a matter of the smell.
Oh, right.
It was just like, dude, you're not the only one here.
Yeah, that's gross.
But yeah, now and then.
I mean, I'm all for ripping farts, but if they're smelling, you can't.
Yeah. Every office space needs an air purifier of some kind at this point.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah, so we should definitely have had one there.
Yeah.
Put it between us.
All right, here we go from Ben. Ben's got a question. He says, "What up, Joe? Question for you. I know you're usually a beer guy, strictly a beer guy. I tried to get peer pressured again to do a shot by a coworker. No, I'm not doing shots. I don't care if it's a baby shot. I don't care if it's a sip of tequila. I don't want it. I know you're usually a beer guy, but I have a drink that's always a crowd favorite to kick off the night with my friends and I. Have you ever tried a smoker's cough?" I mean, that name alone
Doesn't sound good.
Yeah. It's a shot of Jägermeister with a spoonful of mayo dropped in. Where are you guys coming up with this?
Jesus.
I mean, was
sour cream not available?
Yeah. And it's like, hey, when you guys are like all wasted and blacked out and you come up with these concoctions, it's not a real thing. Don't try and push it on me. Possibly a candidate for the first edition of Joe Drinks. No. Love the show. Keep pushing, my guy. Yeah, that would be a fun Joe Drinks, but man.
I don't think it's real.
Can't believe that. Jägermeister with a spoonful of mayo.
No.
And why is it called a smoker's cough?
Yeah, it wouldn't have a smoky taste to it at all.
Man, that's interesting. Ben, yeah, I don't know, man. All right, Aaron, you're going to love this one. This is from Dave. Hi, Joe. Fuck, marry, kill. Sour cream and coffee, sour cream on pasta, sour cream on pancakes. Oh, my gosh.
Well, I'm definitely killing sour cream and coffee.
Yeah, I'll say that.
What is pancakes or pasta? Probably.
I'll marry sour cream on pancakes and fuck sour cream on pasta.
See, I'm going the opposite. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man. Sincerely, Sour Cream Dave. Yeah, thanks, Dave.
SCD.
Oh, here we go. This is from a different Jeff, another Jeff. Coffee betrayal. Oh, here we go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jeff. What do you got to say, pal? Joe, donuts should have beat cinnamon rolls. Oh, he's going back to that.
Jeez.
I mean, we're talking last season. I mean, hey, donuts are already getting ready for next season.
Yeah.
All right, this happened a while ago. They're not even thinking about cinnamon rolls anymore. They got a new season to get ready for.
Yeah, they're not sulking.
Yeah. Okay, donuts should have beat cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls are usually a two-handed food. Good luck eating a cinnamon roll while driving and trying to drink coffee. I mean, that doesn't hold a lot of weight with me. A nice donut hole is the ideal snack to eat while driving with coffee. Now to the bigger issue. You say hot chocolate beats coffee. If you're going to make that bold statement, then quit drinking coffee on the pod and start drinking hot chocolate. Make sure you hold it with both hands and say, every time you take a sip. And then he goes, I have reason to believe that hot chocolate and cinnamon rolls were using steroids during the playoffs, and I demand a rematch. With that out of the way, what are your biggest pet peeves? Love, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, as I said, we don't have a testing system in place, but I mean, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary from cinnamon rolls or hot chocolate. I mean, to me, the officiating was even. The refs let them play at the end there. You know, I would have to see more evidence of foul play. But what are your biggest pet peeves? Okay, currently as the workout machine that I've become, when I'm on the hiking trail going uphill and people are stopped ahead of me and they're in my way and they see that I'm coming, instead of moving out of the way, they'll try to go, and they're going slower than me, like it's as if it's a race. Like they see me coming and they're like, "Oh, I better go because he's coming." No, get out of my way because I'm about to pass you. You're a slowpoke. I'm in better shape. My endurance is better. Get out of the way. Don't try and go and race me, because then I always like having this awkward pass. Get out of my face, slowpoke. So right now, yeah, that's a big pet peeve. Other than that, being late for things, I felt I was really annoyed with that. I'm usually late. I was on time today for the podcast. I actually got here 2 minutes before our start time, and that was good because it annoys me when I'm late. Aaron, you got a major pet peeve or no?
Yes. I don't like people that don't know how to load a dishwasher.
Ooh, yeah. Some people do it weird.
That's my wife. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, were the plates going crisscross applesauce?
No, it's mostly like bowls and Tupperware. It's like, why is this pointing towards the sky? That's where it's just gonna sit there with water in it till we unload this damn
yeah,
thing.
no, the bowl's got to go
Face down.
Yeah, face down or standing up. But yeah, usually face down. Yeah. All right, here's one from Zach. Good neighbor stuff. Hey, Joe, my next door neighbor is a nice single lady in her 70s. When I moved in a few years ago, she was always active, working in her yard, traveling, hosting guests, etc. I found out the other day she's been having back issues for a year that prohibits her from doing her usual house and yard maintenance. Parentheses, can't walk more than 20 steps or so without needing a break. Close parentheses. She does have a boyfriend that comes around and helps with things, but it's a lot for them to keep up with. I'm a 32-year-old with a wife and 2 kids, so I'm plenty busy myself, but feel like I'm obligated to help her out when I can. I also feel like it could be a slippery slope, and I could get myself wrapped up in projects that may consume a lot of my free time. How should I approach this situation? Should I offer to be her part-time landscaper / handyman? I already mow her front lawn, which only takes an extra 15 minutes or so on top of my own lawn maintenance. That's not bad. Thanks in advance for the advice. Keep up the good work, Zach. I mean, just offer your services. Be like, hey, if is there anything you need help with, and then just throw in, be like, if I have time, I'll help you. Just make it known that you have like a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
You better just lead with that. Don't be like, hey, anything you need, anytime you want. Just be like, hey, I could do this for this amount of time. Then I have that. I've got to do this with the kids. Just offer. Yeah, just space it out. I mean, if she comes at you with a list of things, just be like, hey, I can only do this day. Hey, I can only trim the hedges for a half hour or whatever. Just don't let her come at you with a laundry list.
Yeah, she could also hire people.
Yeah, or she could be like, no, actually my boyfriend can handle it. He's got it. She might even decline.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you see that she's like struggling and seems like she's not keeping up with things and looking like she needs help, yeah, I think it's a great neighborly thing to offer your services.
Yeah, you're being a great neighbor already.
Yeah. So, help her out when you can. Like you said, just don't yeah, don't get take advantage of. Just help out when you can. All right, Michael. Here we go. Has anyone seen Everybody Loves Raymond? Hey Joe. Hey Joe. As we age, we slowly lose things. It is the sad reality of life. Some things we lose are more important than others. Some things, like the ability to get and maintain an erection. In Season 9, Episode 12, Frank Barone is struggling with a terrible dilemma. He has lost his ability to taste, and as we all know, Frank loves to eat and lives to eat. However, we learn that this is actually a side effect of his ED medication. So Marie and him come to the conclusion that they would rather him be able to taste her delicious food. Since you and Frank both share a love of food, I thought it would be a fitting question. So Joe, would you rather have the ability to taste or the ability to get and maintain an erection? I mean, yeah, the ability to taste. But hopefully, this question comes after I've already been given the opportunity to have children. But, I mean, as it stands now, yeah, I mean, to not taste food, that would be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I could adopt. Yeah, I want to taste food. I would rather have the ability to taste.
There's also other prescription, pills for that you could try and maybe not have that side effect. So
yeah,
it's a little small-minded to think, Viagra doesn't work, so therefore I gotta make the choice. It's like, no, there's other stuff on the market.
Aaron, what do you think?
I'd rather taste. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got to taste. Food's good. All right, let's okay, one last email from Ross where he includes a picture of the Everybody Loves Raymond cast. They're all there. Frank, Marie, Raymond, Robert,
Deborah.
Deborah. I was like, what's Ray's wife's name? And then the kids, I have no idea.
Yeah.
The twins and then a girl. I don't even remember there being a girl. I remember the boy twins. I forgot there was a little girl also.
Yeah.
But they're all there. All right. So, okay, food trucks. Joe, what are your thoughts on food trucks? Is there food truck etiquette we should all know? Do you have a preference of restaurants versus food trucks? Yeah, I always like food trucks. Food trucks are cool. Yeah, they typically have. Most of the ones I've had are great. I can't really think of ones where I'm like, this food truck sucks. No, they're usually really good. Some are just fantastic. I don't really have a preference of restaurants versus foods. Whatever I'm in the mood for. I mean, if I'm on the go, I guess if I have more time, I prefer a restaurant. Food truck's more of maybe a late night, quick bite kind of a thing. Is there food truck etiquette we should all know? That's an interesting question. Yeah, I mean, I tip them.
Yeah.
Because they're probably driving to you, so the food truck, they give them some gas money, perhaps. And then, I don't know, don't take all the napkins.
Yeah.
Or the sauces, if they have, like, sauce out and stuff like that. Don't hoard it. Just take what you're using. Don't jack the sauce and take it home.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. All right, Ross, thanks a lot.
Yeah. There's the downside to a food truck is always the elements, because they're always outdoors, obviously.
Yeah.
Lack of seating.
Yeah, I'll say that.
'Cause I don't really love to eat standing up.
Yeah, some don't have seating. That's annoying. That's a good one.
And then it always is more expensive and takes longer than you think.
Yes.
So it's like you may as well have been in a restaurant.
Yeah, both of those are true for sure.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
They are good. Yeah, they're usually. I'm always impressed. All right, cool. Yeah, that's the end of the emails for the week, and I know we've got quite a few comments, and then I'd like to do the semifinals of the drinks to close it.
Do we have it?
I wrote it down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I took the initiative to advance the winners.
All right, well, we've got Having the Crack commented on the Jet Ski Johnson episode saying she's really cool, offers a good contrast to Joe, potential regular on the pod. That was what question there?
That was a question?
Yeah, potential regular on the pod.
I mean, there's not going to be really regulars on the pod. I don't know. I mean, then we're talking a different podcast. I mean, I feel like if I were to do a podcast with another person, it would be with Chase.
Yeah.
Chase Bernstein would be someone I would entertain the idea of doing a podcast with. I mean, I'm sure there's other people also, but yeah, no regular guest. I like mixing it up and having different people on. I mean, there'll probably be repeat guests at some point, but not a regular.
Having the Crack also comments on the Ben Branfin episode. The guests have been great recently. Nice to have that other person to bounce off of.
Yeah, it is nice to have that, but you know what? I don't like it all the time. Sometimes I want to talk. I don't want to listen to somebody else's bullshit. You know?
And it's harder to get all the comments read.
Yeah, then we get backlogged on the comments.
Tom2652 comments on the last episode, 1996. Says, Joe, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be a dick about Chase's voice. I'm from the UK, so some American accents are funny to me, but it's all love. She's very funny and as was the pod. From Aaron's reaction, I feel as though I've disappointed my father.
Yeah, I remember that, and I remember Aaron, you didn't even want to read it. I read it. I mean, it wasn't like that bad. And then at the end, he did compliment her. So it wasn't like he just like said something about her voice and like, but it wasn't terrible. But then he did compliment her, which was good. And thanks a lot for the apology. That's nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah, and then Drew Pinnell commented on that, just said, good of you to clear things up. The coders are all class.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Drew, way to go, man.
Okay, Drew wants to get controversial here. Joe, what's your opinion on drag shows that have children audiences? Some of them even have children in them. Is it crossing the line, or is it teaching children how to be accepting of dudes with fake tits dancing around, all sexual? I feel like there's a lot of context in there and maybe some details you're adding.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that's like a big thing in the news, but I really don't care. Okay? It's not something I really want to talk about or even have the brain and like the energy I want to even put into that. I don't know. I don't have children, so I don't know what they would want. I don't know. I mean, Aaron, what do you think?
I don't think it matters. I don't think it's corrupting the youth. I don't think the children are in the shows. I think it's more of a drag performer shows up to read to children at a library.
I haven't heard about the children being in the shows.
Yeah, so I don't know where you've seen that, but I could be wrong.
And also, this just seems like a thing to like get people arguing about something. It's annoying. It's like, okay, I don't.
Yeah.
You know,
It's certain governors deciding they're going to make an issue out of things that aren't issues. And calling them dudes with fake tits, that's just not even accurate. You know, many of them don't have plastic surgery. So, you know, it's just like you're painting with a very broad brush, Drew. You're better than that.
Yeah, and then Drew, I don't know. We don't, we try to keep it, lighter here. Food, beer, men. Yeah, I mean, these kind of topics are just like, I'm not into these divisive issues where it's like, it really, I don't think it's going to affect anyone's life. What these, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's not something I really have entertained and thought, oh, what do I really think about this? No, I haven't even. No, I don't know. I think it's fine.
Sorry, I just saw comments going ahead.
Yeah, I didn't even see that one. Usually I see the comments.
Yeah.
But,
James Hayden says, I noticed the views are a lot higher than the likes. Come on, coders, support your boy. Don't just watch, like the vid. We want Joe to thrive.
Yeah, thank
100%.
you.
That's going to get a heart from
I
from
like
old Papa.
let's get those likes up there.
Brandon Tyler doing the Lord's work. Terry Warona says, if a latte isn't coffee, then a sundae isn't ice cream. Wow.
I mean, whatever. It's a kind of thing, but it's not.
Yeah, it's a variety.
Yeah, it's a variety. So, whatever.
K Dizzle 601 says, and this is one that had me laughing. Hey Joe, loving the shaved head look. I was wondering if using an electric razor or a regular one. My uncle is bald, and to save money, uses sour cream as shaving cream.
Oh yeah.
Thought you might like that life hack. Be well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's sure it makes the head nice and smooth. Yeah, it's good.
I don't know if it's any cheaper. I don't think it saves money.
Yeah, I think a tub of sour cream these days probably ain't too cheap.
Yeah.
But I do electric. I use I got a Manscaped thing that I use actually on the old dome and the beard.
Yeah.
Keeping me groomed over here.
It's a struggle. I recently I've vowed off of what's it called? Regular razors, blades.
Yeah.
Because I cut my neck up so bad right before a party we had at our house, and it was awful.
It just wouldn't stop bleeding.
Yeah, it looked like I was trying to get out of the party by killing myself. But finding an electric that, because I don't really like the traditional electric shavers, those would still make me break out just as bad. So finding the right like beard trimmer that can actually get low and get down to a nice short length on my neck or whatever has been tough, but I have worked it out with the one I have.
Oh, you got one now that works good?
Yeah. It had a head on it, and I was like that I was able to switch on, and it works really good now.
All right, well, good. Yeah, you got to find that. Yeah, my brother had issues with that for years, where his neck would just break out, and he'd get these bad bumps and razor burn, and
yeah,
finally got it figured out.
Yeah, I've been fighting it for a long time, and only shaving like once a week, and it's still just horrible. So
jeez, yeah,
it's got to go. MSLI 253 says, no Joe, I love you.
Thank you, I love you too.
All right. King Kong says, Joe, King Kong again. Not sure why my name shows up as something crazy, but I am also a fellow Joe. This is more of a question about changing of times. Do you feel in general like people aren't as friendly as maybe 10 years ago? Specifically, if I was taking a walk out on town, I would try to give passerbys on the sidewalk a subtle nod or how's it going, just to show acknowledgement. These days, it seems like a good portion of people actually avoid any type of human contact out in the real world. It's a bit sad if you ask me. What can we do to get the people talking again? I feel like if I push the issue too much, being communicable, it could come off as a bit weird due to the societal norms we live with today.
Yeah, I think people are. I think it depends on what the city you're in. Yeah, I feel like it is harder to say hi to people. People are more to themselves, for sure. And yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like if you do smile at someone and say hello, most of the time they will say it back and be friendly back. There are weirdos that'll just kind of like look at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess the way to bring it back is just to try and spread that, like be proactive and being friendly to strangers, and hopefully that catches on. That's really all you could do. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of that way too. Well, it's like if I'm walking past someone on the sidewalk and we like make eye contact, I'll kind of head nod and be like, hey, or whatever. But yeah, there's people that'll like look down and, you know, they're on their phone or listening to something on their AirPods. And so then, you know, those people just like, all right, we'll just walk past. But yeah, you do notice people are a little less friendly, I would say.
Yeah, I think because the political landscape, particularly in America, but everywhere else, I think people are less trusting of other people.
Right, I think that's a big part of it too, where it's like people like will see people and be like, oh, well, I don't know what this asshole thinks about this, so
yeah.
I'm not going to say hi to them.
And there's also been the rise in true crime documentaries and podcasts, and like that's made people a little more on edge, I think.
Yeah, people are less trusting of each other. Yeah, that's good.
So it's tough. It's hard to do, but I mean, if you can walk around with a smile on your face, I think it's going to do people. If they don't respond to that in a positive way, then that's on them. I mean,
yeah. I think at least do it with your neighbors. I think it's important to, like I just got the number of one of my neighbors in my building because, I think it's nice to build like neighborly trust, at least establish that with people who are close to you in proximity, and then build from there.
Let's see. Top Shot 8013 says potato latkes with sour cream, the best.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
That's what I've heard. Yeah,
those are like the potato pancakes, kind of.
Yeah, they're potato pancakes.
Yeah, that is good. I've had that.
Yeah, I mean potato and sour cream. We're not arguing that's bad.
No,
that's good or bad.
No, I'm for it.
Yeah. Tyler Diekman, Joe, how do you feel about Ray Romano playing Jimmy V in an upcoming film? They do look alike. And then he's asked, would you choose Everybody Loves Raymond or Frasier? Frasier is far superior in my mind.
And then someone to comment on that.
Yeah, Sky God 2000 says, this is an awful take. Frasier never lives up to his potential that he showed in Cheers, which I would disagree with.
Yeah, I think most people would take Frasier. I don't know. I didn't watch either show enough to give a good thing. But is that true about Ray playing Jimmy V in a...
I guess so.
Yeah. I think that's great casting. Yeah, I think that's awesome for sure.
He's become a hell of an actor.
Yeah, I think Ray could do a great Jimmy V. That'd be really cool to see. But yeah, I can't give a fair...
I watched both because I think Everybody Loves Raymond was on Mondays and Frasier was on Tuesdays. In the old, must-see TV era.
Yeah.
I do prefer Frasier because it's so unlike me and my family. I loved it. I literally, like, Family Guy came out and I was like into it, but then they moved to Tuesday nights and I was like, nope, that's Frasier time.
Oh, okay.
So I never watched Family Guy again. It was just, back then you had to choose.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine it, children.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd take Frasier. I was just in Seattle. I saw no Frasiers. It was very annoying. What a ripoff. Let's see. Lucas DeRazio. 63% of Americans drink coffee. Quote unquote. Quote unquote. League is rigged. Stats don't matter. That's why we play the games, people. Why don't we give out the Lombardi Trophy on draft night then? Let's crown the World Series champ to whoever has the best roster. This is why we play the games. If you don't like it, then don't lose. I think he's backing you up on the coffee.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas, that's a brilliant assessment. That's what I've been saying. Couldn't say it any better myself. Yeah, that's why they play the game. Okay, you can't just come walking out here and thinking it's all wrapped up. You got to perform. Appreciate the support.
Yes, and then Sky God says, Joe, there's a Burger King opening up in my town soon. What would you recommend I order? Thanks.
I mean, I would stay away.
Oh.
No, I don't know. I'm not a big BK guy. I mean, I was as a kid, but I don't know. I lost. I lost I don't know. I feel like it's lost its luster. I'm not a Burger King guy, but I guess if you've never had it and you need to try it, you gotta go Whopper.
Yeah, I would avoid that, to be honest.
I mean, I'd go Whopper Jr. I like Whopper Jr. The Whopper itself it's like a big bun. It's kind of weird. It's like a huge round.
Their burgers are big. I mean, for a fast food burger, they're sizable.
Okay, and you know what I did really like from there years ago was the bacon double cheeseburger is good, and then their original chicken sandwich, the breaded long one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who doesn't love a long sandwich?
And then I did like the breakfast. The croissant witches.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. I haven't had that in a while, but yeah, those were always good.
I don't know. Maybe I got to go back.
They also have an egg. It's called the Egg-normous burrito. It's a breakfast burrito. It's really good.
Okay. I mean, Aaron, what are you thinking as far as a must-try if he's
You got to go with the Bacon King. It's a double cheeseburger with bacon on it and sauce. I think it's the best thing on the menu. I can't order it that often though because it's just like that's a lot.
I mean, are we talking like a zesty sauce, like a chipotle?
I'm not sure how to describe it. Just
kind of an aioli.
No, it's not an aioli. It may be more zesty than that. It's good though. It's good. The fries are good. Yeah, you can't go wrong.
All right.
I've never been a Whopper guy though. I just don't love. That's kind of more of a mayo sauce.
Yeah, there's a lot of mayo on there.
I don't really need that on a burger. I need it in combination with ketchup and mustard maybe, but not by itself.
Yeah.
Okay, and then last comment, having the crack. Joe, I'm fully caught up on all the episodes since a few days ago. You asked a couple questions about Malta. It's an independent country located just under Sicily and one of the smallest countries in the EU. So I thought it was part of Greece, but yeah, it's
yeah, it is its own country. I do remember hearing that somewhere.
I'm from Ireland originally, but I live here the last 4 years, as it is one of those cultural melting pot places where lots of people go and live and work, and the weather's good and the social life. If you're ever heading over in this direction, let me know, and I can show you some places that do a nice Guinness.
Ooh, would love a pint.
Yeah, and he says, Aaron, my good man, I think I spelt humor with an U, which is correct where I'm from, but American spelling slightly different.
Yeah.
Another example is Americans spell center with an ER, whereas we spell it with a RE. Like that, but the best example I can think of just now. Anyway, best of luck. Keep the show up. Keep up the great work, Steve. I was just having a little fun with you about the UR, but thanks for correcting us on Malta.
Yeah. Yeah, Malta. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that'd be a fun, cool place to visit.
Oh, we got one comment just came in.
Ooh, a hot one.
Slippery Wet Wang. Why do I have to read that? You're the man, Joe. Can you upload your Joe Eats on YouTube?
Yeah, I suppose I could. Yeah, I could put those on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, good call, Slippery When Wet, or
Slippery Wet Wang.
Slippery Wet Wang.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Oh, okay. I want to do the semis.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I could do it quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
I could do it in a couple minutes. All right, so the semis of the drink bracket we have is we got number 1 water versus number 7 hot chocolate. Now, hot chocolate, it's been fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a great ride. I don't see you guys toppling the top 2 seeds. Okay,
Yeah.
you beat coffee, fair and square.
A little bit of luck, a little call went your way here and there.
Yeah, but water didn't let up. Water came pouring down on you.
Yeah.
You've got hit with the droplets.
Been diluted.
Yeah. So hot chocolate, for, let's see, with a little whipped cream on there, a little, maybe a little cinnamon.
Yeah.
I'll give you 1 game.
Ooh, I was going to say 2.
Nah, water wins 4-1.
Wow.
You want to give hot chocolate 2?
If you're adding whipped cream and cinnamon, yeah.
All right. Well, either way, water's going to the championship.
Yeah.
And they're going to play the winner of number 6 seed T versus number 5 seed Gatorade.
Ooh. This is like a matchup made for the water boy. Yeah, potentially.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is the championship that is going to get the ratings. That's what the network wants.
Yeah.
They want to see water versus Gatorade. Yes, Bobby Boucher. It's your yeah, I like Gatorade trouncing T here as well. I like another big semifinal performance. I think Gatorade with its replenishment factor and just its worldwide value with sports.
Yeah. It's a variety of flavors.
Yeah, T just does not have enough. They don't have the T doesn't have the depth. Gatorade just too many weapons. And then Gatorade, they saw water won and they're hungry to face water. And but they didn't overlook T. They knew they had to take care of business and now are ready for this matchup. So yeah, again, Gatorade, big win here. I like 4-1 again.
Yeah. Maybe even a clean sweep.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, water versus Gatorade championship. I like that.
Woo.
Anything could happen. 1 water versus 5 Gatorade. Gatorade number 5 making it to the championship. They're hot right now. Watch out, water.
All right, we do need to go.
All right, we got to go. All right, thanks a lot, everyone. This is Joe Code, episode 97, getting close to that big 100 milestone. Thanks a lot, everyone. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for listening and downloading and watching. Thanks a lot, everyone. This is Joe Code. I'm Joe Marrese.